Oh, look at that. Ooh, right in here on time. Good morning. Good morning. We're here on March 23rd, Wednesday, March 23rd already. Different little setup. I'm not used to my traditional one because, as you see, not in our typical studio. We're actually on location here in St. Louis. We had a great time last night, doing a little DTF on DTG. It's not nearly as hard as what some people thought it might be. It's just a lot in the testing process. And if you don't have the RIP software, you got to remember hit the cancel button. Otherwise, you're printing on a platen. Sorry about that, Aaron. I made a mess of Kylie's machine. Yikes. But we've had a great time, and we're headed back today. So we've got a busy day ahead of us here. We're going to try and get a couple more things in before we head out of town. We do have Q&A with TNA at 5:30 p.m. tonight, so that's in 9 hours. So I've got what, a 4 hour drive? 4 hour drive? I think it's something like that. It might be 3 4 hour drive. We've got that in there, and then we're still going to get some stuff. So make sure check in here. The weather is garbage. It's like 55, so I think it follows me around. 55, rainy, cold, same thing at home. And in fact, they're calling for snow tomorrow at home. So always fun to have snow the last week of March, right? I guess there's still one more week. So, good morning. Check in, see how everybody's doing. Travis, good morning to you. Mo, good morning as well. What's up, Chuck? Marianne, hello to you. So, what we need from you, we need 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to get accomplished today? Because we're going to make this one short and sweet. We still want to, we're going to, like I said, a busy day. So, I need to still get work done, breakfast. I need to get all that before we hit the road. So, my 5 things is go through all the sites. Some people said a coupon code wasn't working. So, I tried that last night and it worked. So, I'm going to try it again this morning to make sure that the coupon code's still working. We've got an email blast going out because that's for Q&A with TNA tonight. We've got order shirts because orders. I did have somebody send me stuff and see if we could get it done for them to pick up on Saturday. So typical normal local job of things that we've done for a while. So not too difficult there. They have fundraiser, and I'm a sucker for benefits and fundraisers. If there's something we can do to help out, then I do my best to help those out. So we've got that. Then we get Q&A with TNA tonight, and finally, drive safe. I got to drive safe. We actually had a friend last night who did a nice little number on their SUV. SUV lost and the deer lost. So two losers out of it. It was not a good thing all the way around. Good morning to you as well, Christy. So one of the other things that I want to talk about is somebody just asking about what to do next, right? Because they went through their busy season, and now they're just trying to figure out what to do next. And the only one that can really answer that is you, because every business is different. Some are heavily in sports, so they have their slow time when sports are not going on. Their heavy time is spring and fall sports. Great. You need to learn to diversify on that. What can you do to fill that downtime? Now, I know some that don't worry about it and they take that downtime, and that's when they're researching new products. That's when they're testing new products. That's when they go on vacation. That's when they go on shutdown, and they use that time, to reflect on the year that was and to help build themselves, recharge themselves, build themselves back to be better than what they were the year before. What you need to do is find out what is best for you. I know it's super vague, right? But it's not the same answer for everybody. Not everybody, I can't say, okay, well, here it's March, about the only thing I can say is you should always be 3 months out. So, you should be planning for stuff in June right now, at the bare minimum. Right now would be a good time if you really want to get into the fall sports to get in to talk to those ADs and be like, hey, what can we do about maybe giving you a quote for next fall on things, so you can get those balls rolling. It's a long game on things like that, but the more you can plan, if you're working on your summer stuff now, and you're ready to go with it, perfect. So that way when it comes around, all you're doing is just sending it out. You're good to go with it. But there is no one size fits all for everybody. Find your niche. What does your niche call for? What does it call for the time of year? If you're somebody who chases holidays, which is fine, I didn't want that to sound like a bad thing, but you go from you go from Valentine's Day to St. Patrick's Day to Easter, and then you're hitting your summertime stuff, and then you go into your fall. If you're hitting your seasons and your holidays, that's great too. just keep your calendar available so you know what you're going to be doing throughout that time, because it can get difficult. If you don't have any sort of marketing calendar, it can get really difficult to know, ooh, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to post? If you're not staying engaging, I know people that, when they're working, they're just hammering out pictures left and right. But then when they're not putting any engagement out there. So what I suggest is that's something that you do during your busy season. Take as many photos, videos, everything that you can in that time, and then use those throughout the year, to post them. If you're showing something printing, just post it, so that way you have consistent content all year round. Because in my eyes, consistency is key. We try and post, 30, 40 times a week across the various groups. It could be up to 5 times a day in one group. It's 35. Not everybody's going to see the message at the same time. Think of commercial. And what I'm really finding is, think about music. As we drive down here, I'm hearing about the same song every 2 hours. Why? Because the consistency. They want you to push it. They want you to hear it. So they're going to keep sending it to you. Commercials are the same way. You see that commercial over and over and over again. That way, it's right in mind. And when somebody's scrolling on their phone, if you're going through your phone, think about yourself. If you're on Facebook, right? Pick any of your social media platforms. How long or how many scrolls are you getting? Maybe 5, maybe 10. Are you really going any farther than that? So if you're not in that scroll feed right there, they're not seeing your message. So I always suggest, hey, stay in front of it, stay up there, stay doing it, because it's going to help you in the long run. And, some things are going to fall flat on their face. We still get 0 days. 0 days, that's, it's just part of doing business, and when you get to a point where you don't have those anymore, it's awesome. But there's still times of years where, hey, there's a 0 day. But what do? Hey, nothing. Yes, yesterday was another day. Tomorrow. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is today. Tomorrow's tomorrow. You just keep working through it and pushing on from it. And that's what we do. We don't try and dwell on what was, we dwell on what can be and what do we have to do to get there. So just try and take the time to invest in yourself and invest in your business. And a couple things that we got is, don't forget that as we are moving, as we're going on through things, if you use the code ROADTRIP, right there at the bottom, ROADTRIP, to save 10% off DTF transfers at Fat Dad Wholesale while we're out of town. So technically, we'll be back in town tomorrow. I think we're going to roll in just enough time for me to go in and get in the studio and set up for Q&A with TNA. So tomorrow we'll be back in production. So DTF transfers, and that's custom printing transfers, stock transfers, all the transfers there. If you have any issues with the code, shoot me an email or a message before you order, and I'll make sure that it gets taken care of. So we have that. The other thing is, we have Q&A with TNA tonight. So if you head it down to OurSuccessGroup.com/QA, that's where you can ask your questions. They're much appreciated. And then we'll answer them live tonight. You should get, if you're on the email, if you're in the email blast, you should get an email with all that information there, or just look in the groups. 5:30 today, Central Standard Time. So, like I said, 9 hours from now, we'll be doing another live. Ooh, we'll have a great day. So with that, the kids are at breakfast. I'm going to go down and meet them for breakfast. I said, here, let me get in this. We're going to keep it super short and simple today. Our 5 things, get your 5 things. Write out your list. Put your list down there of things that you're going to do, and that way you can check off the list. Kelly, good morning to you. And Renee, I can see that in the car this morning on the way to an appointment. Going to have my team replay this week. Awesome. That's the thing. If you're watching the replay, hit team replay. We'd love for you to like, subscribe, do all that fun jazz, because that helps the page too. Get your 5 things out, put them on paper, check them off as you go, so that we can have a good, consistent day. We're going to do our best to have a good, consistent day, and we're going to have fun today. So you guys have fun at it. Do your best, and we will see you in about 9 hours. Have fun, everybody.